Somehow the Range Rover remains modern and stylish, even though it's been around forever and is essentially a square box. Perhaps that's because the 2012 Range Rover is one of the most capable, most luxurious sports utility vehicles on the market today. But there are two glaring issues that might make you consider shopping around first. Hello again, this is Dave Erickson for TFLcar.com. Let's begin with performance. You're looking at a 5.0-liter, 375 horsepower, aluminum alloy V8 engine, which means the Range Rover performs better than you would expect for this big and very off-road worthy SUV. While it may not be as fast as its more expensive supercharged brother, it still has plenty of power to pass almost any other vehicle on the road. One of the first things I noticed when getting behind the wheel of the 2012 Range Rover was the fact that I had to step up to sit down. I kind of like that. There's a level of confidence I receive when sitting higher up in a vehicle, and I get that behind the wheel of the Range Rover. In fact, I just got back from a road trip from Spokane, Washington to Portland, Oregon and back for a triathlon there. And I found driving down the highway there along the Columbia Gorge one of the most pleasant and enjoyable experiences I've ever had driving down that stretch of highway, and I've done that dozens and dozens of times. And I attribute that to driving in the Range Rover. So when it comes to ride and handling, I give it an A for amazing. I'd also say with its adjustable air suspension, the Range Rover will easily tackle Rodeo Drive or the nearest and baddest mountain pass without so much as straining a shock absorber. More of my gas mileage numbers on the highway in just a moment. Let's talk competition. The Range Rover competes with cars like the BMW X5, the Cadillac Escalade, Lexus LX 570, and perhaps even the Uber-sized Mercedes GL, to name a few. The Range Rover's utility, in a word, tight, at least for someone used to the Cadillac Escalade and other such monster-sized SUVs. The Range Rover is more plush than roomy, with seating for 5, but much better for 4. I think the front 2 seats have plenty of room, so no complaints from me. And for my trip to Portland, Oregon and back for my triathlon, I was able to put 2 full-size triathlon bikes back here. One was more vertical, the other one was laying on its side. I did have to put the 2 seats in the middle down, but that was fine. I was still able to put 5 or 6 duffel bags full of clothes and supplies back here, plus a few other odds and ends, so plenty of space for me. Now economy. The massive Achilles heel of this Range Rover is gas mileage. It's rated at 12 miles per gallon in the city, 18 on the highway. While this may have been acceptable 10 years ago, today this sort of gas-guzzling vehicle is nearing cultural extinction. I was able to maintain about 20 miles per gallon on the highway during my road trip to Portland, but that small victory was quickly wiped away after filling up the gas tank a couple of times. The Range Rover has never been an inexpensive vehicle. The 2012 version will cost you about 80 grand, but you do get a lot for your money. There are very few vehicles out there on the road today that offer the Range Rover's degree of luxury and off-road capability. But there's no way I'd spend 80 grand on a vehicle that gets about 12 miles per gallon in the city and maybe 20 on the highway. But if I did have 80 grand, I would love to have the Range Rover sitting in my driveway. It's been a very fun vehicle to drive. Until next time, this is Dave Erickson for TFLcar.com.
My biggest beef with this Mustang is that for $41,000, I mean that's the cost of a entry-level 3 Series almost, you just don't get the quality of material and engineering you'd expect. I need some help with this. Nathan, can you assist and get in the back seat, please?
Piece of cake. Will I? Alright. That's no problem. Easy, but I can't slide it back.
Well, do what you can. So, without assistance, Nathan and myself are traveling like this in the Mustang. For $41K, I expect more engineering prowess than that.
You can't slide it.
Nope.